Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yo, what's up? What's up? It's fucking wild out there. What people don't understand that this is low-key a mukbang channel. You know those mukbang live streamers that just stream themselves eating? And you get to watch them eat? I eat and drink something every time I'm on this channel. But I ended the last stream abruptly to go out, and this is what happened. I've never tried to mobile stream before. Turns out, I don't. You have to hit a certain status. You know how you said that we want to hit 1,000 followers? Well, if you have 1,000 followers on your YouTube, you can unlock benefits, and one of them is live streaming. I didn't realize that until I got out there and I tried to do it on the fly. It didn't work. So the Twitch app, which is there, allowed me to stream. So I streamed some stuff in the Twitch app, and what was happening is there was an insane amount of cops. If you go to Twitch, I have no idea if it worked because I got absolutely no feedback. I got no feedback from Twitch. There was nothing happening in the chat. I think it was working. I'm not sure. I have no idea if it worked. But yeah, I don't know if it worked. But I don't see anything, so I don't think it did work. It said it was streaming, but I didn't see anything. So yeah, it looks like the app did not work. I don't see anything here that looks like a live stream. But so all that video went to nothing. Well, no, I was out there and there was an insane amount of cops. If anybody here, any of the Twitch people, did anything show up? I know it didn't work on YouTube, but did anything show up for the Twitch people? Did anything pop up? I was using the phone app, yeah, so it didn't work. Yeah, and the thing I use, StreamYard, doesn't work on the mobile device either. So I was just out there, and it's getting pretty heated. Like it's all going down right outside my building right now, and I think the main body of the protest is not there yet. But what's happening is, as the protest moves and moves, it's picking up more people from the street. So they have a whole bunch of cops converging outside my building. I wish I could show it to you all, but you know, this is gonna sound kind of messed up, but I was like, should I go back and stream or should I stay out there? And I was staying out there, and then it was say their names, hands up, don't shoot, and I was looking at the energy, and it was intense and everything, but what's going on in Atlanta and Minneapolis is like next level. And that's like right now, I don't want to hear, like, people are saying Black Lives Matter and we're holding up, and people are saying those slogans, and it's a lot of barking, you know what I'm saying? But I want to see, like, I don't know, that stuff that's happening in Atlanta, Minneapolis, that stuff is nuts. And that it's good, but yeah, I want like those hands up, don't shoot slogans to be kind of gone. Like, I feel like that stuff is kind of like very surrendery, very impotent. I feel like those slogans, I want to leave that 2014, 2016 movement and get a clean slate, get new slogans, new energy. And you know what I was feeling over there, it didn't feel like, there were a shit ton of cops. There was more cops than people, because I think the main body of the protest is not there yet, and people are getting closer and closer. But it just felt a little bit off to me. And when I saw those slogans, I was like, but you know what, man? The energy is getting crazier and crazier when I left. And after the stream, I might go back out there. But I wish I could have shown y'all so you can see what I'm talking about. I wish the Twitch thing worked. I don't know. It said it was streaming, but it said it was live, but I guess it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. But maybe somehow the footage filmed on my saved on my phone. I can just show it to y'all. Maybe. No, I didn't see it. I was hoping the streaming stuff saved on the phone, but yeah, it's yeah, I heard Atlanta's crazy. Atlanta's on fire. I heard Atlanta is on fire. Sorry, y'all, but I'm hungry. But you know what's funny, man? After seeing that, I don't know, like what even matters, man? It's like I don't know what matters, man, but I will tell you, I like that the people are out. The energy is really angry. But I'll tell you what I think the real problem is. Like, there were a whole ton of cops were running, and they were running toward the projects. The projects is like diagonally across from me, and there's a lot of allies out there, and I feel like that ally energy it's different, you know, like they're angry, but they have like all the catchphrase slogans. They have the say their names, say her name, say people putting up like Black Lives Matter, shouting Black Lives Matter, and I'm like, that's the old playbook. And I feel, yeah, it just kind of like the clips I've seen out of Minneapolis and stuff. I feel like they moved on to something else. They moved on to some next shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that it can't go off, because people are up in their faces and the cops were up in the cops' faces and stuff and yelling, but when they got like really close, they all did this, and I was like, yeah, and that's the thing else. Like a lot of those allies are cops. I was thinking that too. Like I was trying to think how many people like live streaming here are just really trying to collect faces for the cops. You know, I mean, there's a lot of masks on, so you can't really tell. Hey, Mario, you want to get it? You want to get in here? Let me see. Let me see if the other guys want to get in the stream. I had stuff that I wanted to talk about, but like after seeing that, I'm not sure if I even want to really talk about it. It seems trivial now, you know. If they do another protest tomorrow, I'm gonna try to see. The main thing we're over 800. We've built this channel up a lot, but we need to get it up to 1,000, I think, to be able to live stream. If anybody here knows how to live stream on mobile for YouTube, let me know. I'm gonna send an invite out to the guys now. See if they want to pop in here. Yeah, I had a bunch of like scripted stuff to talk about. Not scripted, but like things in the news and all this stuff. But it all seems kind of stupid now. But you know, I could be wrong. Mark my words. I might be saying this now, and in an hour or two, I find out that it went crazy. You know, because there's a lot of cops out there. I mean, all of Brooklyn's precinct has to be. Wave after wave after wave after wave kept coming. Wave after wave kept coming, and what was funny was there were more cops than people when I showed up, but it was like people want to go where the cops are. So the cops were almost creating their own crowd because a big chunk of the protest actually walked by my building, and I was like, okay, that's it. Then all these cops showed up, and of course they all ran to the projects. There's a project. There's a project. Hold on. Hey, what's going on, bro?
It was cracking. Hold on 1 second.
Nothing much, man. What?
Now, I just woke up probably about 45 minutes ago.
Oh, nice.
It's fucking hot here in Portland. It's like 90 degrees, so.
It's not that hot here, but it's hot. But you know what, though? This is why I think it can still get crazy over here, because where I live, there's a project. There's Lafayette Gardens, and you go a little bit further in Bed-Stuy, there's more projects. Bed-Stuy has a lot of projects. So there's a bunch of allies out there that protesters went to. And, the allies, a lot of anarchist-looking types and, Tumblr-looking types. And there's black people out there, too, and stuff, because it's still Clinton Hill. It's still Bed-Stuy. There's still a lot of black people. But I think when the people from the projects, because all this is happening right in front of the projects on what I just went to.
Yeah.
And I feel like once that energy goes there, because I'm not far from where that cop got shot. I don't know if you remember that cop that got those two cops that got shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's up and down Myrtle Avenue. There's a lot of projects. It'll be interesting. Like it could still pop up. But I was telling them, I don't know if you saw it. I was saying how when I was out there, people were starting to get closer and closer to the cops, but it was a lot of hands up, don't shoot, talk.
That ain't gonna get nothing done. I'm not trying to incite no riot. I don't, people do what they got to do. I ain't trying to do none of that. But what I will say is this: if it go up in New York, it's gonna be more than just because of the brother that got killed in Minneapolis. I mean, especially in New York, it's gonna be because of gentrification. It's gonna be because of everything that's been going on. That's what people get it twisted. And they keep talking about these protests because of George Floyd and all this kind of stuff, which part of it is, but it's just like 92 in LA. It was about Rodney King, but it had been going on. All the stuff that had been going on. Like, this isn't just because of this one time. No, this is the stuff that's been going on, and people have reasons. And what I just saw online, I just woke up. What I saw online in Atlanta, man, Atlanta, they going up in Atlanta. Like Atlanta, Louisville, some shit is going on in San Jose. Minneapolis, of course. And you're going to see Chicago follow suit.
Oh, yeah, Chicago.
Chicago got major issues. Chicago going to follow suit. I don't think LA going to really do nothing, but Chicago's going to follow suit.
I heard LA was setting some fires. I heard.
Yeah, it was something going on in Atlanta, but I just seen some over on Crenshaw and Slauson. I didn't really see nothing major, but I don't think anything's going to happen in like where I live in Portland or Seattle. Okay. There's way too many white liberals up here, so it's all the black people that is here that would be mad are gone. They already left, so there ain't going to be too much. There was a protest downtown Portland today, and there was probably 200 people there, and it was the same old thing: a bunch of white liberals, hands up, don't shoot. I didn't go down there. I was in the house sleep. So it was like 7 o'clock this morning. I don't know who protests at 7 in the morning, but hey, what do you know? You know what I mean? But
before work.
Yeah. You gotta get that in before work. Get your coffee, go to the protest, go to work, get up at 5, So, but in Atlanta, man, I ain't never seen Atlanta look like that. Like that shit looks crazy.
I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Hold on. I'll see if I can pull it up on Twitter and stuff. Yeah, what's interesting, right? Like there's more and more black people showing up, and I was wondering why are there not more black people? Because the project is right there, and I wish the film. I was trying to stream it, but it didn't work.
Yeah,
see, that's why you gotta tell people. You tell people to share.
You gotta share the videos. Yeah,
because if you get us to 1,000, it unlocks a lot of the stuff we can do. That's why I used to just say comment, like, subscribe, but I added like, comment, share, subscribe.
Right.
Yeah. We don't just ask for people to follow just out of our ego, even though that's part of it. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I don't want a channel with no followers. I don't want to be one of those people. Since people live stream, they get like 20 videos in a row, and you should as like 0.
You never get it. People don't get a chance to watch them all. There's too many of them.
Yeah.
You remember when I said on episode 34, you're like, wait a minute, there was 34 episodes? What?
No, there was one dude I saw. He was devoted to live streaming, and part of me had to give him props. I'm like, okay, this guy is not a striver, a climber, or anything. This guy's doing it for the love, because he keeps logging on. I started going on to his streams just to, like, have somebody there.
Right, help him out.
Yeah.
Hit the like button and get out of there. Show him some love. No, if Chicago go up, man. If Chicago go up, then it's gonna be Detroit. But Chicago, I think Chicago is like the epicenter of where shit can get really bad. It can get really. I just thought it was hilarious. I was looking, I can't get on Twitter, so I had to go onto Twitter.com and put in something in the search.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfuckers walked out Killer Mike and T.I. I'm talking about Killer Mike and T.I. built most of the West Side. So if y'all burn it down, then y'all burning down your own community. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Keisha Bottoms.
T.I. said that?
No, Keisha Bottoms said that. The mayor of Atlanta. She said that.
Oh, Keisha Bottoms is the worst.
Yeah.
You remember Charlie Peach from
Yep.
Yeah. She agreed to be on the show. And she wants to talk all about Atlanta politics. She wants to talk about Keisha Bottoms and Stacey Abrams. But now there's something else to talk about. That's going to be an episode. But yeah. Keisha Bottoms she's a perfect example about why representation does not work, as far as she's in the bed with big business with she's not there for Black people.
No.
I'll just put it like that.
She was throwing out all the white liberal talking points. Martin Luther King, this, and she started talking about it's all contrived. They had T.I. and Killer Mike already there because they're like, look, if something goes wrong, are you guys the ones that we can call? And of course they're gonna say yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they ran them down there. And my ex went to college in Atlanta. And the shit that I know about Atlanta, just from talking to her, Atlanta ain't what people think it is. So it ain't like that. It's just Atlanta is not Black Hollywood where everybody's living in fucking, you know what I'm saying? And you know what Atlanta is? Snow on the Bluff. Snow on the Bluff.
Oh, yeah. That's
Atlanta.
Crazy looking.
Yeah, that's Atlanta.
Yeah, but so I was trying to live stream and it was not working. But I'm by the Lafayette Gardens projects, and there's a precinct by the Lafayette Garden projects, and they had so many cops. They're trying to keep the people in the projects because they had more cops than people, and they were all like, there was a wall. I couldn't get past the wall of cops, and as I was there, another wave of cops came.
Right.
Another wave of cops came.
Right.
And I was like, what are all these cops? I said, you know what? I realize why. Because there's a projects right here, and if the people come out the projects and join this thing, because at first it was a bunch of like white allies and stuff, and I think I think the white ally people, I think low key they're really there because they want to be like, if shit goes south, I want to be on the right side. So I feel like a lot of them are like doing extra with it.
Yeah, they got to be extra. Yeah,
it's because they're like, yo, we know we're gentrifiers. We know that there's a lot of residual gentrification tension. We want to shout the loudest. We want to like I think some people were just agents. I think some people were like cops, like acting like they were live streaming, but trying to take everyone's pictures of the signs and everything and whatever. But I think a lot of those white people, they were there just to kind of first of all, a little bit was tourism, and I think a lot of them just wanted to kind of show out. So it's like, when things go wrong, I want to be with the natives when the natives uprise. But what they were saying was that hands up, don't shoot stuff. Say his name, say her name, say their name.
I think New York, and I'm not shitting on New York, but I think New York lost its soul a little bit.
It lost its soul, but like I said, it's not totally gone because those two cops did get shot.
Yeah, that's true. Here. I think even as much as we make fun of how dusty New York was in the 90s,
Yeah.
I think it's in these moments right now is when you wish it was 90s New York.
Exactly. Like some of that dust would have ended.
Right. Because they
For
would have
real.
turned up. Them brothers would have turned up.
Yeah, because I was there for the Crown. I remember the Crown Heights stuff, and that, was not this. Yeah, when I was watching that Hands Up energy, I was like, I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, it's Portland now. You live in Portland now.
Yeah.
You live in Portland with just a whole lot of Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and shit.
Yeah, the only thing keeping it from being totally Portland is that we have a lot of projects per square foot in like Bed-Stuy and stuff, but they don't have the bite that they used to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like now I see like white girls after a bar cutting through the projects as a shortcut, and used to not, like black dudes who didn't know anybody in the projects wouldn't cut through
the projects.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way, either through Instagram or
I sound info said where it hasn't lost its soul. There's a lot of places that still got their soul. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what the situation is. If shit get bad in LA, it's gonna get fucked up because LA is just that type of place. Oakland, another place like that. If shit go bad in Oakland, it's a wrap. You can forget it. I mean, they shoot the police in Oakland. They shoot the police in Oakland.
Oakland is weird because Oakland has that Panther energy still, but it also has a new weird energy too. And even in the Panthers' day, the energy was there because
it's always been weird. Yeah.
Even the Panthers, they got in bed with some weird people. And they had Japanese agents like infiltrating their shit.
Oakland's a place because there's so many. Oakland is weird because it's one of the in the Bay Area is one of the only places you can find where the little small areas got a lot of black people or people of color. So if you don't live in Oakland and you live in San Jose or Martinez or Vallejo or Richmond, there's a lot of black people in these places compared to like if you live in Chicago, there's not a lot of black people living in the suburbs, like way out in the middle of nowhere.
My live stream was not working, but I found other people who were there on Twitter, so I can give you a taste of what it was like about like 50 minutes ago.
Okay.
Right. So this isn't me, but this is what I saw because where I am, there's two things. It's the 88th precinct, and across from it's the Lafayette Gardens. And so can you see it?
Yeah.
Tell me the sound is on, but this is basically
I can hear it.
So you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the exact corner I was on. This is outside my building, and all the cops aren't there yet. This is still like 30 minutes before I got there. By the time I got there, there was more cops than people. But then people here throwing shit at them. But then people started showing up because the cops were showing up. So the more cops that came,
more people came.
Yeah. So there's a lot of. Yes, so there's a lot of people, there's a lot of energy. There's enough people that if it was to get crazy, something could happen. But at the same time,
the police are outnumbered. I think people are realizing that the police are outnumbered. And some of the stuff that I've been hearing from some celebrities that I thought was very interesting. Two things. So one of the things that I've noticed is if you're a crossover celebrity and you're on social media, all your white fans are mad at you right now. You see that a lot. So you're paying for that right now.
Oh, wait. This is a recent one. This is what it was like when I left. I just found a recent one. Hold on. This is it right now. It's by the 88th precinct. People. I gotta put the sound on it. But it's escalating to a riot. You see it?
Shit, yeah.
Oh, damn. I left just in time. As soon as I left. Oh yeah, so this shit turned. I mean, I can see.
Oh shit.
Okay, so you know what? I was wrong. It did pop off, but they were getting up in their faces. Like we got pretty close, but they're saying that hands up, don't shoot stuff. But
yeah, Terry Hines Jr. You said it. You said it. Yeah. Once folks saw that the unarmed protesters took the precinct in Minnesota, it emboldened people. Yep.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, because they bum rushed that motherfucker.
Yeah, I wish I stayed out there, but I couldn't live stream. It wasn't working on Twitch. It wasn't working on because
I'm sure because everybody had their phones out there, so your shit was probably.
Oh no, it doesn't work on YouTube because we don't have enough followers. And then Twitch, the app is just weird. The app says live, but nothing was working. So I was out there live streaming, but I knew it wasn't working when the chat said empty, and nobody's.
There was probably a lot of people going live at that time. See, that's probably where you.
Maybe. So I think maybe Twitch was overloaded or something.
Oh yeah, but that's probably where you should have went live on Instagram or Twitter. Or does anybody use Periscope anymore?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question.
Periscope is another one that's strictly for going live. That's all Periscope is for. And you could, even if you want to use that footage for later, you know what I'm saying? If you would have recorded it on your phone and just used the footage for later, you know what I'm saying?
You're right. So, I wasn't thinking. I should have used Periscope. Yeah, but it looks like it did pop up. So what you just saw was like the tail end.
That's crazy. See, here in Portland, there's too many transplants, too many ultra white liberals, too many people that are on skateboards and shit. So, but if it's going to turn up like that in New York, see, New York is another place like Chicago where they have you guys are at the epicenter that if shit go bad, it can get really bad. LA, New York, and Chicago, if it goes, because the thing about LA is the gangs are going to get involved. Once the gangs get involved, they're in trouble. Because that was what happened in 92 is when the gangs came together, and you got a lot of gangs that they're trucing up right now. So with the gangs coming together, if shit turn up in LA, it's gonna get ugly, very ugly, very ugly.
So I'm gonna show you what it looked like. Another one of what it looked like. This is what it looked like right before the riot when I was there. So I think basically it turned into a full-fledged riot. Like literally, the minute I left. If I stayed like 2 minutes more. So I guess, but you want to know what it is too? We have the 88th precinct, right? And now I realize where all the cops were headed there. Because I'm like, why are there more cops than people? And I realized why. Because the protest was heading back from its main epicenter in the Barclays Center back here. And the 88th precinct is along the route. But the 88th precinct is across from the Lafayette Gardens project, which is a huge project. So they're kind of vulnerable. What Terry Hines said is right. What Terry Hines said is that people are emboldened by
Mario just said it. Mario's saying just exactly what I just said. The Mexicans and the black hoods and Mexicans are piecing up. So if shit get bad, if it go bad, it's gonna be worse than 92. It's gonna be worse.
What makes 88th precinct particularly bad? 88th precinct is right across from like a huge project. So they basically have it's like the animal across the street from the Indians. It's like
it's a gold mine.
So now it makes sense because they basically had all the cops there. Basically, I think to not so much because of like the people outside, but because of the people inside. And because when those people come out, I'm gonna show you right now, like what it was like when I left. On the right side of the street is the project. You see that black dude standing up?
Yeah.
There's a projects right next to there. So there's white people and projects dudes, but I think a lot of those people came out of the projects. There's more people than when I was just there.
Yeah. They did attack CNN. They had the police backed up in CNN and was throwing those mortar shells that you put in the little tube for fireworks. They were lighting them and throwing them in there. They were lighting them and throwing them in there at the police. And I guess they were trying to set CNN on fire. And they had to lock CNN.
Wow.
So they had to shut the CNN building down. I ain't gonna say what I said in the text message, but Don Lemon is on the 60th floor yelling right now.
Oh man. Yo, check this out, man. Like, people are like, I think that old energy is gone, man. I hope it stays gone, but I think that old energy of hands up, don't shoot is like gone. Like I don't think it's a hands up, don't shoot people that's brought it to a riot. But people were mad when I was there.
From what I've heard, and this is just what I've heard. From what I've heard is that the old way of doing things, as far as sending out these certain people from certain groups. That shit is not working.
Minneapolis straight up said, "Don't come."
Yeah,
Minneapolis
don't come.
said, "Yeah." A bunch of people online were saying, "Hey, oh wow, someone just told me they lit a fire. They lit a fire outside. I have a friend who's outside, right? My building.
Fire truck go by your house or something like that.
Yeah. The fire trucks are going by. Yeah, I might have left too soon. I should have periscoped this bad boy. Hold on one second. I think just give me a second. They're saying "fuck you, pigs."
Yeah, they was in Atlanta saying "fuck CNN." They was chanting "fuck CNN." So it's
Okay. Hold on. I think I got it now. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. How does this look?
That's straight.
Okay, cool. That looks better than before. But my neighbor said this. This is literally my corner right now. And those are cops in front of the protesters. I don't know if you can see them because it's dark, but there's you see the flashing light cop cars?
Yeah.
That line of people closest to the cars, that's the line of cops. So it's like a blue line of people, and those are people pressing the cops. But then behind that barricade of cars, right, is the projects. So they have a crowd of people pressing them in front of the cars, but then directly behind the cars is the project. So if people bust out of the projects, they're sandwiched in.
Yeah.
And apparently they're setting fires in my corner.
Oh shit. Yeah, this shit is about to get crazy. It's gonna be one of the craziest summers probably on record, man. Because they locked everybody in with this coronavirus, and people are saying fuck the coronavirus.
Yeah.
You know
that's something else too. People are frustrated from the coronavirus. They're all pent up. They're all pent up.
They lost your job. Fucking coronavirus got you stuck in the house. You got motherfucking the Senate and the House arguing over if they're gonna help the American people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is in danger of losing their job, including me. Everybody that I know is in danger of either getting laid off or whatever. So it's ridiculous. It's at this point where, you know, when you give motherfuckers nothing, you don't have no kind of you don't have no hope. You don't have nothing to look forward to, especially in this country where they preach one thing and they do another. You know what I'm saying? So when you set situations up like that, you cannot be complained. You cannot be surprised when this shit starts going up, and it's going up simultaneously from the West Coast, Midwest to the East Coast, down south, simultaneously, all going up at the same time. There's not enough police to stop.
No. There's not. And it's funny. I don't know why, but the 88th precinct, which is by me, had a whole bunch of cops from basically every other precinct. I don't know what it was that made them do this, but they had every other cop. Like an endless flow of cops showed up. And I think they made it worse because I think if they just kept it to themselves, I think it would have petered out. But what I'm realizing is people now are so mad at cops. They're just seeing them. And then, like that spectacle, instead of scaring people, I think they actually made shit pop off without meaning to. I think they made it worse for themselves.
Cop intimidation is not working right now.
Cops
will just show up and have numbers and be able to intimidate people into backing up. And people are, I mean, again, you know, I'm one of those people that blame the internet for everything, but this is one of the things, one of the reasons where the internet works. And this is another reason why I can understand why they ban the internet in places like Korea and shit and China or whatever, where they ban the internet. I can see why, because when you look on TV and you see that, you're like, oh, okay, this can go down. You know what I'm saying? What do I need to do to get prepared? You know, whether that means just not give a fuck, grab a pistol or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's where people are, because what do you got to lose? If you just lost your job, school is out, your kids can't go to school, You didn't just lose your job. You ain't getting another job no time soon. You're not getting.
Yeah, exactly.
You got the people you supposedly voted for playing games with the money about what they gonna do or what they ain't gonna do. Your bills are still coming in, and now you got all this police brutality shit going on still. Yeah, you pretty much just lit a wick on some shit right there. You know what I'm saying?
I found out how through my computer to pull up
Who's this guy? Who's this guy? This is a troll. Who's this guy?
Who's that? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Is it someone angry black man?
Yeah, who's this guy?
I don't know, but is that the first thing he said?
I've never seen that person on here. That's the first thing he said.
Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is right outside my window. So I was able to pull this up from my phone because my computer's connected to my phone, so I figured out how to do this. So this is literally like you open my window, and this is what you see from the hallway. That's literally outside my window right now.
Yeah, that's. So,
but the actual police part is, see that corner there that the building's blocking?
I can see the lights right there.
That's where they're all. Yeah, picture a bunch of cops there, and picture all these bodies moving toward them. That's like literally outside.
What's going on in Queens and in the Bronx?
That's a good question. Anybody out there in Queens or the Bronx? Anybody out there? Yeah, and this is something that this is very true, Mario. Very true. The protests didn't start in the projects, but the NYPD goes and sets up in the projects. No, they didn't direct protesters to that location. They didn't set the
agenda.
They didn't send things to that location. But what happened is where it started is about maybe a mile from here. It's about a 15-20 minute walk, right? So I think people are moving in that direction. So I don't know what their thing is, but I don't know why they did it. But for some reason, before anybody even got here, this was funny. Some people were kind of starting to trickle here from that protest, but they sent so many cops here. Like, think about it. If you want to protest the cops, you want to go where the cops are. So somehow, to me, by sending all the cops there, it's almost like they sent a bad signal. I think people started texting people like, yo, all the cops are here now. So I think they inadvertently actually created the exact thing they were trying to avoid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they inadvertently created what they were trying to avoid. So, yeah, I'm not sure why they set camp from the projects, but maybe they feel like, yo, if the projects pop off, then we're really done, because they're vulnerable. Like, I don't think you guys understand. The front door of the projects is directly across the front door of the police station, and it's not a huge police station.
I'm surprised that actually exists. That a police station is across the street from the projects,
and it's a huge projects, and it's a small police station. It's not one of those, like, huge police stations.
It's not Midtown Manhattan or some shit.
Yeah, it's not like a Times Square one or anything like that. This one's kind of small, so I guess maybe they got. You know how cops are. When cops get scared, man, they overcompensate.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That's what they do. That's the whole reason there are all these shootings, man. These cops be going from 0 to 100 like real quick.
I want to see how this is gonna go. This is the weekend now, so let's see how this. What is that?
It's a live stream.
Where?
Florida, I think.
In Florida?
They protested.
Let me see it. Where the hell is this at?
Somebody set off a firework, and then the cops just pushed them all back.
No, I think is that in Miami?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
Wow.
Let me text my homegirl in Miami real quick.
Wow. MD Mills nailed it. Plantation Watchtower. Man, I wish there was a way we can get to 1,000 people, because then I could go downstairs, because I want y'all to see this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want y'all to see this so bad. Maybe we can periscope it. I don't know. But yeah, it's nuts, man. It's nuts.
You know what's funny is that just last week there was all these pool parties going on everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden now it's something different. The Plantation Watchtower. That's exactly what it is.
They injured somebody.
Okay.
Yes, somebody made a good point. Oh, hold on, I think my wife's. Is something happening?
And it was a white
Oh, you know what? It's probably my mom calling.
They killed a white girl.
No, they didn't kill her. She got injured.
Oh
wow. Somebody called and I realized it's probably my mom because my mom probably looked in the news and she probably said, "Oh shit, that's his building." yeah, and she knows me. Like she'll know I'll go out there and see what's up, which I did do. I was out there. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I'm gonna send. Somebody made a good point. Someone said, "Don't keep sending videos from your window because the trolls will triangulate your location." And maybe I'm naive. I don't think the trolls care about me that much. But
I know, right?
You never know. Oh wait, where'd you go? Oh damn, I kicked you out though. There you go. My bad. Yeah, but my mom was calling. She's like, "What are you doing?" My wife took the call.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Your mom's like, "Come over here and spend the night. Come on home, baby. Come on home, baby. They're gonna burn your apartment down."
Yeah, but that's crazy.
Now, we'll see how far this is gonna go because it's gonna be a long.
Wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hey, what's going on? Wait. Mara just told me that they released tear gas outside my building. Hold on. Just text it to me. If you can.
Wait, there's something going on at the White House.
Oh, where?
Hold on, let me look.
Yeah. So apparently, y'all.
Yeah, there's something going on at the White House.
Oh, really? Let's see if we can find that. Yeah. So apparently, y'all, there's tear gas in front of my. Like I missed tear gas for like 20 minutes. If it was live streaming, I would have still been out there. Like I gave up because, we'll see.
They locked the White House is locked down.
Oh damn!
I don't know if people know this, and I only know this because I went on a college tour thing. This was a long time ago. The hood is literally like right down the street from the White House. Like it's not that far.
It is. It is not that far. Somebody said some protesters.
They rushed the White House.
Yeah. Some protesters. There are reporters locked down the West Wing. Oh, okay. Oh, my wife just went out to the other window to take pictures. Dude. Champagne Communista is one of our day ones, but Champagne Communista always gets to the point. It's like, so are you getting high because of the protest, or you just feel like getting high anyway? Or I have nothing in the house, but if I did, I don't be smoking anymore or anything. But tonight I would probably want to because it's stressful. Like having that energy.
Roll one up right now. Roll one up or eat a brownie or whatever you got.
I literally have the energy outside my door now, like literally outside my door. When somebody says, it's right outside my door, like it's literally outside my door. Crazy stuff. Oh,
I swear, I woke up hella early this morning, and I heard about what was going on in Minneapolis yesterday. But I went back to sleep, took a nap, and I woke up, and it seemed like every major city in America is on fire.
I know, is that crazy?
Damn near on fire, close to being on fire. I'm like, well, maybe if I go back to sleep, the coronavirus will be going away. Shit.
Yeah, maybe. Sure.
I think, Gavin saying he's surprised that George Floyd has gotten even the stoners out. But I think what I'm more surprised about with all of this is that the old 1-2 step ain't working. So throwing out BLM and throwing out trans people and all that other bullshit, all that
and those people
not working.
And those people were out there. But you know what I feel like too? That's why I was thinking it wasn't gonna pop off because there was too much of that energy. Like Tumblr, non-binary, gentrifier, yuppies, mixed in with the hood dudes. And then they were doing that hands up, don't shoot. And there's some Afro-punk energy out there. And I'm like, okay, this is not going to. But I kept telling myself, this is still the projects. This is still the projects at the end of the day.
Yes, it's still the projects.
It could still pop off. And
it's still the projects.
It's still the projects. And you know what, man?
You know what they say, news in the project spread fast?
Yep.
News is going to spread from one project to another project to another project.
And I think that's what they're worried about because there's a chain of projects. Like this is like the first one on the street, but if you keep going down, and next is this project. There's Marcy's projects. There's other projects. Marcy is not that much further down the same street, and then so it's like, yeah, I think they kind of want to draw a line at this project, especially because this project is directly across from a precinct. Like I said, and I'm sure at the time you thought it was a good idea to do that, and times like now they kind of realized
not a good idea. But that's when they have you, and I'm not trying to get all Hotep, brother, and all of that. But when they think they got you psychologically damaged, they like, well, we can just put a police station in right across the street from the project. They ain't gonna do shit. Yeah. But eventually the spell is gonna wear off. That's just the way it is with human beings. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna come a point in time where you can only beat the slave so many times. You know what I'm saying? And eventually the slave's gonna be like, oh, I can take this whooping. I've been taking it, so let me whoop your ass or try. You know what I'm saying? It's not about winning, just try.
I thought I saw Erykah Badu tussling with the cops at Barclays Center.
No.
But Barclays Center is about like a 20-minute walk from me. So it's like, I think that energy is like spilling over here. But yeah, I think they messed it up by bringing all those cops because Ken, you don't understand. Like I tried to record it, and unfortunately, it's lost in the ether. It didn't record. I was trying to record it to Twitch, but while I was standing there, between the last stream and this one, I must have seen about 300, 400 cops run by me at different times. Just a new wave. And I'm like, you know what? Nobody's even minding the story, the other precincts. Right now, there's other precincts.
Go in there. Right.
Yeah, there's nobody there. Because I swear, I'm like, this has to be every single cop, on duty or off duty. Oh my God, they lit the cop car on fire in front of my
in front of your house?
No, not in front of my house. There was a barricade right by the projects, and they were sending all the cops past the barricade. I couldn't get past the barricade, and what I was trying to do when I was gone, I kept trying to find different streets I can use to go around and see where the cops were headed. But that street was a street called DCAB, right? And apparently they lit the fire on that street, the street I couldn't get to. So not by my building, but the block beyond my block. They said a car kept, it's popping off, man. Yeah, and I'm gonna say this too. This is the one group that I think of white people that I think are about the shits, the anarchists. Because some of those people, some of the white people were there, that were showing up had that Antifa anarchist look, and the Tumblr types I don't think were things to worry about. But I did notice those black bloc looking Antifa types were there, and they were the ones who I think were bolder with the cops because they're kind of in that white privilege, or like they were showing up.
They buy Air Jordans and ride a skateboard.
Yeah. I think throwing the fire bombs and stuff like that. I bet you a lot of it is that like black bloc Antifa stuff for real. Oh damn! I wish I was able. So they lit multiple cop cars on fire, and they're smashing windows outside my building. And yeah. So yeah, I think the cops did a lot of this to themselves by having every single cop in Brooklyn come down here. They just kind of
Go ahead.
Someone said New York City has about 40,000 cops. Man,
that's it.
It sounds like very little. And I could see it. I swear, like half of them I saw come here. Like, damn.
I only have 40,000 cops in New York City. How many people in New York City? 6 million.
There's a lot for sure. Hold on.
What the fuck? That's fucking bringing a goddamn piece of gum to a gunfight. What?
I don't see how to do YouTube live. How do you mobile live stream on YouTube? Because I want to see if I can go back out there on the StreamYard and just show you guys.
Be able to. I don't see why you wouldn't.
I tried to use StreamYard, but it wouldn't let me use. Let me see if StreamYard has an app. If StreamYard has an app, I'm gonna see.
Oh, you know what you could do? You just can't. It's hard to explain. So, I don't think you would be able to go live with an audience, but you can go live on YouTube.
Oh, and then it'll upload when it's done.
It'll upload when it's done. Yeah.
Okay, according to this, it wasn't working, but when I tried it, but I can use. Oh,
Can you just turn your camera around?
Well, the StreamYard wasn't working at all, but I'm going to find out how to do this. I want to find out how to use StreamYard on, because I want to see if I can keep you in the chat, and then I head back out there, and we can just chop it up. If I get that work, I have 72 witnesses.
I'm only saying 40,000 is not a lot if the people is like turning up.
Yeah, exactly.
40,000 is a lot when they only pulling you over one by one. Of course.
Yeah, no, it's not that much, and you guys can hear it, right? Can you guys hear?
Yeah.
They keep sending more and more vans. Like there's just nothing but vans out there. If you want, can you talk for a little bit? And I'm just gonna try to look up.
Yeah, go ahead.
While you talk, so I'm gonna listen, but chop it up in the chat, and I'm gonna see if I can find out how to. Okay, so on stream.
I'm hold on. I gotta see something because I think something is happening in LA. Okay, maybe not. Never mind. I seen somebody going live in LA. Them niggas just smoking blunts. Ain't nothing going on in LA. They ain't doing nothing. Something's going on in Miami. I don't know what's going on in Miami. Something's going on in Louisville too. It's crazy.
Really?
Right? Where the hell you at, Mario?
Yeah. What's you doing?
Somebody's trying to video chat me and I'm not having it. Yeah. So in Minnesota, they called all kinds of cops and then the National Guard. Yeah, but
I understand what happened. Apparently, somebody has to host it from their desktop.
Oh, okay.
Somebody has to host it from the desktop, and then once it's hosted on the desktop, somebody else can become a guest.
So is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. What I have to do is, if I can make myself a guest. Actually, no, that's not going to work. How about this? Why don't you host it and then invite it to me at my personal email, and then I'll live stream it like that. So I'll tell you what, people, just hold on. We're going to stop.
Where's Mario in San Diego? That's a good ass question. That's a good question.
No.
He's in a hammock somewhere.
Mario's in Atlanta setting it off. He doesn't want to give it away. He doesn't want to give it away. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do, man. I think I'm just going to. I doubt it's over because it's going crazy. Well, I'll let the chat say, what would you rather do? Should I stay here and keep talking, or should I stop and restart and live stream? I'll let the chat. I'll let the chat risk my life. I'll let the chat.
Because the chat won't exist if we do that though.
No, what'll happen is you'll be the host.
Okay.
You log in. You host the thing. Mario said I'm out looking for Zimmerman. Yeah, so I'll tell you what. If you want me to restart, put restart in. If you don't want to restart, just say don't, and then I'll let y'all.
Say restart.
Okay, so there's already one saying restart. Yeah. Okay. So you know what? Let's see. Someone said I'd rather you stay. Oh, actually, I'm surprised more people are saying don't. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, well, we don't have to. No.
Yeah. So there's 3 don't and one yes. But I mean, it's kind of sounds like it's quieted down anyway. Let me see what's happening on. Hold on, I'm gonna text somebody. What's the latest? Because I got a friend that lives on the first floor. Okay, more people are saying don't. Okay, so I'll just stay out here. Yeah, but
You gotta look out the window like the old lady on 227. Remember back in the day? Just set up by the window, get the play-by-play.
Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, like I just think there's gonna be more abuse footage. To be honest, which there's gonna be like 50 angles of like.
Oh yeah.
But I gotta say, I am proud because I was worried that when it started and all that hands up, don't shoot stuff happened. I was like, okay, these people ain't really about it. But they were getting close to the cops. They were pressing the cops. So
it looked like the cops in a lot of these places, even in New York, it looked like the cops really ain't trying to start. It looks like the cops feel like if we hit someone, we're gonna get fucked up. So probably a good idea if we just pretend like, you know.
Terry Hines said, "Let T young, be
young
young." Get some of that youth back.
Right. You could be out there tired. You'd be like, I'm going to bed, man. Fuck yeah. It's be 2 a.m. They're gonna be out there still young and vibrant. You'd be like, I need a nap. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys in the morning. Who wants to get breakfast in the morning?
Okay, people on the first floor said, no, it's still violent. Like it hasn't died down at all. So it's still
what is it, 10:30 in New York right now?
Yeah, it's 10:30 in New York. And I think people are just looking for a reason to be out. Anyway, I saw an info said, look out the window like Malcolm.
Right. No, I think that's early for New York, ain't it? City that never sleeps. I don't think people are gonna be if you're under 30, stay inside.
Those are the people turning up, man.
Yeah, them was the there. Yeah, if you over 30, stay inside because the young people is the one that's commandeering everything. They're pretty much. And you know that has a lot to do with. I think we talked about this on a stream a couple of weeks ago. And Mario was here too, talking about young people. Like young people hop onto the next thing pretty quick, so they're not really gonna sit still with hands up, don't shoot, and Black Lives Matter and all that other.
Yeah,
they're not gonna sit still. Like these are young. What I saw in Atlanta, them is young people.
Yeah.
Ages 18 to 25, 18 to 24. I didn't see no old people out there, and I barely seen any white people. I didn't see barely any white people. And it was in Atlanta, so he's probably high yellow. He wasn't even white.
Hold on, what's that? Oh, they're beating people right now?
Oh,
yeah, I just got word that they're beating people right now.
New York.
They look ready for that. So
nice. They named it twice.
Yeah, so apparently they're beating people outside. Let me try something. Hold on. I'm gonna try something real quick. This is weird, but maybe it'll work. Hold on. This will be strange, but let's see. I have no idea how this is gonna work, but it might. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can just do this live. Because now I'm just kind of curious.
Right.
So basically, what will happen is there will just be an empty couch. Actually, hold on.
It'd be an empty couch.
Yeah, because I think I can invite myself in another. So let's see.
Oh shit.
Okay, so I'm still here. Let's gonna try something. Let's see if this actually works. When you get invited onto here, right, by me, do you have to make your own account or no?
Nah.
No.
Well, I have a Google account, so I'm guessing the Google account is what helps. You know, where I don't have to do anything. It just says you're in the back room, and then you push whatever you push, and then I'm in.
Okay, so let's see this. Okay, so
it worked.
Yeah, so this is me on the phone. All right.
So where's that feedback coming from?
Because I'm two places at once.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that is not cool. Hold on.
It was loud as fuck.
Yeah.
Dylan Gray said your wife is gonna let you go out.
Oh man, yo, you know how dudes are. Now I have to go out.
I know, right? Now you got to go out with no shirt on and boots.
Hold on, I gotta figure out how to
turn the volume down on one of them.
Okay, that work?
Yeah, I think it should kill all that feedback.
Okay, cool. So let's see. Okay, cool. So hold on, I'm gonna try something.
Okay. Yeah, some black Air Forces. They got to be ran over too. They can't be new. They got to be some ran over Air Forces. Nah, he got to go out there with some Timbs on and no socks. He's in New York. He got to wear Timbs and no socks, and some hoop shorts. I don't think T is going outside. I think he's trying to set up somewhere to where we can see something. I hope he's not going outside. You wouldn't catch my old black ass out there. That energy left me 8 years ago.
Okay, I'm back. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, Terry Hines, yeah, them forces got to be cooked. You can't go out there with black Air Forces and they be new. They got to be like the shoes you do oil changes in or some shit.
Oh, you're saying the black Air Forces?
Yeah, they said. Well, I told them. They said you got to go out there with no shirt on, some black forces. I said no, you got to go out there with some Timbs and no socks and hoop shorts.
Now, black Air Forces are exactly what's gonna get you killed. Black Air Forces, black Air Forces will get you killed just doing nothing. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna kill the sound on this and let's see what happens. Hold on.
2008 B Scott. I'll be 39 next month, June 20th.
So
wear your robes. You gotta go out there as T Esquire with Tim's on.
I should go out there in a suit,
like your boy Kenneth Montgomery. Like your boy Kenneth Montgomery.
That's true. Show up with the hat and everything.
Yeah, with that Sherlock Holmes hat he be wearing.
Yeah. So let's see. Damn, where's Mario? Mario, where you at, man? Get up in here.
He said he was laying down.
Oh, okay.
You live out here with me on the West Coast. It's 7:45. What are you doing laying down? And I know what's the weather in in LA, basically. It's probably warmer there than it is here.
Okay, so I'm gonna disappear for a second. That should pop back up.
Okay. Oh, maybe it's not as warm in LA. It's like 90 degrees in Portland today. Yeah, I think Mario got arthritis too, so I don't blame him for laying down. Shit, I don't blame him. I would too. If I'm tired, I'm going to sleep. Are you back now, bro? I can't hear you.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
All right. I'll be back.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. Hey, be careful, Sam. I'm surprised your Wi-Fi is still working. Oh shit.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. This might be the live stream that sets the champagne sharks on Joe Rogan levels.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Now just go ahead. Just go. Oh shit. Uh-oh. What the fuck is going on? Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Oh shit.
So I can't hear you, so all I can do is talk.
Yeah, go ahead. Just talk.
And
We need a boom mic.
I guess it died down now. The cops.
Can everybody hear me?
So I can see the text. If you guys text, I can see it.
Yeah. Trevor Rivera live reporting. Geraldo.
On the if you look down the street, there's more cops still coming. Basically, every car is coming down as a cop. There's a line of cops over there. The precinct is down that way. This is where it popped off. I think this is the aftermath. I think we actually missed.
I see a lot of bikes out there, so I know there's a lot of white folks.
On the other side of that barricade there, I can't hear you guys. I can only talk. The other side of the barricade, that's where they set the cop cars on fire, but now nobody can get past that. So basically, I'm kind of blocked in. Like we're blocked in this way. And now people are starting to get amped up again.
Oh, there you go.
Hey,
What's up,
I
fam?
think I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Say something.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
up?
Oh yeah, I hear you.
Oh, this
Who's that?
Negro that went out. Man, y'all off the. I stepped away from the thing, man.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Hey
y'all
Mario,
crazy.
Hey Mario, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't hear Ken.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, for some reason. Hey Mario, can you hear Ken?
T, it says that I think you muted your mic on accident or something. I don't know. Oh, I see what you. Okay, you got your computer on at home, and then you jumped on something else too.
Yeah, but can you hear Mike?
I can hear everything.
I'm sorry. Can you hear Ken? I mean, can you hear Ken?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so what can I hear Ken? Yeah, I hear you fine. But yeah, so what I was saying is, it all just popped off. You can see like where the fighting just happened, but that's the projects right there that I'm pointing at right now.
Yeah.
That's the precinct. So precinct projects. So you see precinct projects.
Oh, hell
So
no.
they got all these cops coming out, and this is less than they were before. But on the other side of this line of cops, that's where the fires are happening, and I can't get there because it's blocked off. They won't let like behind this wall of cops and ambulances. The block is just full of cops after cops after cops. Let me see if I can get around it somehow.
Hey, is T on his phone or has he got his laptop out?
I'm gonna head back. I don't think I can get around it. They blocked everything off, and all the action happening on the other side. There's no way around it. But the energy is like really like kind of heavy and defeated. Like I think it got ugly here. I think it already. I think some. You see more showing up. Right? if you peep it, there's still more. There's still more showing up. Even as I'm walking back to my apartment, there's still more.
Telling me sounded muffled.
I don't know if he can hear me.
So are you able to hear me?
You just kind of muffled a little bit.
Oh, how about now? It's probably because of the wind and stuff.
Okay. The hell happened?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think something was going on.
What happened, man? I had to go do something real quick. What happened?
Where at? In New York?
He decided to go outside.
Yeah,
what
he go outside because they said the police was beating people out there.
Oh,
yeah. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
He said the police was beating people out there, and I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, that sounds shit. From what I understand about NYPD, they move like gangsters out there, man. So
beat your ass.
Yeah, organized crime with the backing of the state.
Yeah, for real. Everybody in their family was a part of organized crime at some point in time.
Yeah, well, damn near every police, association is
like
to
the
me,
mob.
damn near organized crime.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, the fraternal order of what do they call the fraternal order of police?
Yeah, especially the unions.
They function just like the mob.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and that's the thing, man. Like every time we have these conversations, you know, when the concern trolls come out, or when the coons come out, or when the low key white supremacists come out and they start talking about, well, what about black on black crime? Why y'all don't protest this, that, and the other? All the little bullcrap deflections. One of the things that people don't understand, man, is it's like, look, well, no, you know what? They understand. They're just being
I'm gonna say, they understand.
But for people who don't really know how to answer that, man, it's just like, number one, we're not responsible for what criminals do, and number two, there's a way for us to get restitution against criminals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
once
they go to jail,
people get caught, they go to jail. They got to pay restitution, all kinds of shit, right? But when it's an agent of the state, man, that makes it just really that much more sinister, man, and that much more evil, because these are people who you really don't have no get back at in the traditional sense, because they're so protected by the state.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, they can, and when they commit crimes, you know, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? So people get fed up with that shit, man, and eventually it's gonna happen. You know,
and that petty shit, that back and forth internet arguing is not working right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not working right now, and it's crazy because who was it that said in the chat that people saw they saw him burn down that precinct in Minneapolis? That's powerful, man. Symbolism is a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear everybody?
Yeah, I can hear everybody. For some reason, I could hear Mario when I was on the street, but not you guys. So you guys saw the aftermath of it all, but it's still popping off on the other side of that blockade. But I just have no way of getting on the other side of that blockade. Like it's not happening. So, oof, man, I am out of shape. I went up those stairs, and I am puffing. See, if it popped off, that'll be the end of me, man. Because this quarantine got me
run back home.
I'm gonna go look at Gene Gray, the rapper Gene Gray on Twitter said police in Brooklyn was going door to door asking everybody if they had surveillance, like some type of cameras on their property.
I wonder I wonder which precinct that they took over, and if it was near this one, because if that precinct was near this one, they might be explaining why they sent all the cops to this precinct, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I couldn't tell because the camera screen is so small. I couldn't really tell. Because when I put the camera screen on, I'm sharing it with all your pictures. So the screen is like a screen within a screen.
Right. So
I couldn't tell if I was capturing the full effect, but there's a lot of cops out there. But there's less people. Like before it was looking like what I showed you with all those people. So a lot of the people are dispersed. But I heard on the other side, they're setting cars on fire. So I think maybe everyone's finding a way to get back around to that side or something. You know what I mean? So they moved a bulk of the police to the other side of the blockade. But yeah.
Apparently they took over a precinct in NYC as well, but were forced out.
Yeah, I was saying maybe that's why they sent all these cops to this precinct. But yeah, there wasn't as many people out when I went out, and all the cops were going the other way. So I think the crowd moved to the other side of the blockade, and
somebody showed up to the police precinct like Terminator.
Oh wait, precinct 88? Yeah, that's the precinct that's here. So that must be it. The precinct he's saying, that's the precinct I just showed you guys.
Oh, so they busted in that one.
Oh, so maybe. Oh, so it was the 88th. Okay, that explains it.
Damn.
Hey, so they busted into the precinct. So that must be where they send everybody. So the people, maybe the people in the projects already tried that precinct, and maybe that's why they sent all the people there. They probably already pushed them out when I showed up the first time. You know. So you know, I'm wrong. They are with the shits here apparently. That they may be where they had the projects kind of surrounded too, because they seem to be trying to barricade the people in the projects. Yeah. You know what? We talk about New York taking L's. Let's give New York.
Yeah, that's the first
Yeah,
W for New York.
you did it. You did it.
Yeah.
That's like the first W since the Giants won the Super Bowl right there. That's a good look.
See, it's like be backhanded. Ken just gives you unequivocal. Ken's got to put like a little backhanded twist.
Oh, good look, man. That's a good look. That's a good look.
So they called it a level 3 mobilization. Oh, so that explains. 84th precinct under siege as well too. Maybe that's why they ended up moving. So they're hitting different precincts. So they took over the one by me that I just showed y'all. So was that okay? Was that boring to y'all? Was that worth it? Are you guys glad I went out? You know, and because I was worried it's gonna be like boring and you couldn't hear anything. I don't know if y'all heard. Hold on a second. I feel like I'm behind. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
No, you
okay,
good,
cool.
Good.
Let me see if I can find precinct 88.
Yeah, I was just hitting up my homegirl in New York to find out what's going on.
Man,
So basically, my whack ass timing. I got there right before it exploded. I came back home and came back out, and it was done. Okay, so protests over George Floyd killing take a chaotic turn in Brooklyn. Protesters overrun Brooklyn police precinct. Yeah, so they took over the precinct, and you guys were able to see how close the projects were, right? When I pointed it out side by side. That's probably breaking. NYPD source informs me 88 precinct in Brooklyn has just been overrun. It's a level 3 mobilization. So that's what happened. So they actually broke in. Protesters reached the CNN lobby. Dude, you know what's crazy? Right? All this shit, it's not just in Minneapolis, but around the country, because they just don't want to arrest this guy. Like, it's really crazy when you think
did you see that press conference today? When the state's attorney was up there, the dude up there announcing the charges?
No, I didn't see
Oh
it.
man, it looked like they were like it looked like he did not. I've never seen a person that did not look like they wanted to do something but was being forced to do it. I don't know if it was just me. Maybe somebody else that saw it noticed it as well. But man, he did not look like.
Oh, you're talking about the mayor, right?
Wanted to do that.
You know, the mayor was trying to have that woke social justice ally talk, but you could tell he was just talking the talk. Like I agree with you on that. And do you see they brought somebody out to sing at one of the press conferences?
I don't know about that.
He brought out like a black trans politician to sing.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, why is she out here?
And look at the wig. I think he had a wig on.
Yeah,
and something wasn't right because you could see the lace front, and I think it. You know what?
Into the darkness.
I'm trying to say nice. Something nice.
Cops will always help cops. Even now, Derek is safe and sound. Don't believe everything you hear. Oh, no, I have no doubt.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, did you see the army of cops that were whatever that? If that location was really his house, it was an army of cops there from different.
Yep.
You know, there were sheriff's deputies. There were cops from other jurisdictions there, and this guy was fired, and they still all came together to protect him. So,
yeah, they probably they arrested him and walked him out the back door. He's in a hotel somewhere.
But you know what I was thinking too, right? What I was thinking too is there's they don't want to pay cops that much money. You know what I'm saying? They're paying like
you were the war correspondent, T.
yeah, I'm the best war correspondent because I went before it popped off and missed all the action. And then
I showed up after it was done.
yeah, I would have got fired if I was the war correspondent. Like, and I called it all wrong.
Really?
I came back in and I was like, no, it's not going to pop off. I think it's just a bunch of whack energy. And then things go on fire, and I come back and I missed everything.
You had to wear that military helmet with the straps hanging down.
I would
have on a combat vest,
right? You got a mic. You got a boom mic. You got a boom mic out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I should have been like that Brian. What's his name? Brian Williams guy. Like, you know, fake like it was still going off. Like, okay, guys, I'm in the midst of the action. Oh my God, it's crazy here. You know, I'm crouching low so you can't see like what's behind me. Say that there's a helicopter like Brian Williams did. I should have done all that.
Dragging T.I. and Killer Mike out there, huh?
Yeah, they drug they country ass up. Well, I ain't hating on them. Let me say something nice, okay? Killer Mike and T.I. I mean, okay, you know what? Atlanta ain't listening to them now.
Yeah. I don't think they are.
People in Atlanta ain't listening to them. So I think what that's showing is a lot of people believe that Atlanta is this black Hollywood,
Black
and
Mecca.
everybody's living in the they're all living in this big, you know, utopia of black, you know, soul food spots on every corner, and you know what I'm saying, everything is all good. Got the church. It's not like that, you know what I mean? So,
but this Kimberly Foster lady, right? I was gonna say this real quick. A lot of people are not trying to pivot back to this Black Lives Matter stuff after 2 or 3 years of blackmailing trash. Yeah. So this Kimberly Foster, they're all doing it. But you know what's funny? This makes me feel good. Everyone has the receipts now. So Kimberly Foster's like, remember when Jay-Z said we've moved past kneeling? We've after securing a corporate deal to further enrich himself. And then I hit it with this, like, you know, is this you? And this is a story she wrote.
Keep pulling out receipts.
Yeah. This is what she wrote like in 2014. Why I will not march for Eric Garner. So now she's calling out Jay-Z for not doing enough and everything. Because now this wave is hot again. And she's like, I held my breath as I watched Eric Garner's pleas for mercy. I didn't make it to the part where he suffocated. When looking at Eric Garner's lifeless body, blah, blah, blah. And then she goes, but if the NYPD or the city of New York fail to act, I will not march for Eric Garner. I will not rally for him because I am reserving my mental and emotional energy for the women, the black women no one will speak for. While the effectiveness of social media and spreading Garner's story heartens me, I could not refrain comparing the empathy shown him, particularly by black men, to that which is heartbreakingly absent when black women attempt to discuss everyday terrors we experience both in the world and at their hands, meaning black men. So she was like, I'm not gonna fight for black men because they don't care about us and they terrorize us as much as the cops terrorize them. And today she just comes out like, you know, can you believe Jay-Z's not and
what do you need Jay-Z for?
Yeah, but also she's only saying that because she wants to bash a black man. But she herself threw black men under the bus. You know, she just wants to throw black, and these people, I think some of them are gonna kill themselves. I think honestly, they ran through every single grift, and one of them was black men. Yeah, they ran through, and now they can't come home to their original grift because they shitted on black men too much. They can't go home now. Every time they try to come back, everyone's pulling out the receipts on them.
I'll say this for her. Yeah, I'll say this for her. I scrolled up and down her timeline. I didn't really see any. She didn't really discuss the whole thing with George Floyd. She didn't discuss Ahmaud Arbery. She didn't even really discuss Breonna Taylor. So she seems like she's kind of sticking to her guns on not talking about the shit because I haven't seen any real discussion.
She brought it up to bash Jay-Z for not doing what he should do. So I guess she's staying on brand. She's still but you know, like these people are gonna be screwed because I've seen a lot of people come out the woodworks to talk about what about black women, and everyone was like, including black women, were like, no, shut the fuck up, like you don't speak for us, we don't like you. But you know, it's funny what everybody was doing. Everybody was pulling up their search thing with their usernames, and the words Breonna and Taylor, and none of them talked about Breonna Taylor until it was time to badmouth the attention George Floyd was getting. So everyone was like, your asses aren't talking about Breonna Taylor. So you're part of the problem. You only bring her up to complain about this weird rivalry.
That's brilliant. Yeah, that's a great. I'm glad they do. See, man, these people seem to forget that search histories are easy, man, and the internet keeps records. You know what I'm saying? And so
Pepper's Farms always remembers.
Yeah, man. You know, for them to be matched.
And even if you delete, there's always somebody who's doing the screen cap. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So ain't no tweet that haven't been screen capped.
Yeah, and people are ready for deletions now. People screen cap like as soon as you tweet it. They get ready.
Like that Roxanne Gay tweet that you got.
Yeah,
she thought that motherfucker was gone.
I mean, people screenshot before they even read through the. They just detect something juicy and then they shit. Let me hurry up and screenshot. Okay, now let me finish reading. Yeah, that's how people are, man.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all know who Brittany Cooper is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brittany Cooper. She's always saying some crazy stuff. She's a historian who was supporting Harriet and saying it's okay that it lied. And she's a history professor. She was coming out to say it's okay that it lied about black men being slave catchers because black men are trash today. So even if they were slave catchers, they wanted to be like. And she's
that was so. Oh man,
remember that was around the time I got banned off Twitter.
That was
that was the conversation that got me banned off Twitter.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
but
Harriet got Ken up out the paint. Ken was like, "I'm done.
Finding Harriet Tubman's grave. I'm gonna have a conversation with her."
Frederick Douglass that got you out the paint because some girl was talking about Frederick Douglass had white women.
Yeah, but it started with
that was all within that same. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that was all part of it.
But look at
this. Brittany Cooper started going back and forth with me and you. She started going back and forth and then lying and shit. It was ridiculous.
But she goes by Professor Crunk on Twitter, and like Crunk is already.
Okay,
yeah. But she goes, I am thinking of Breonna Taylor and the comparative lack of outrage about this black woman EMT, an essential worker, being killed by the cops in the middle of a panic. I am thinking of why it is much easier to access our rage over George Floyd. And the answer is easy. George Floyd had a video.
It was happening on national TV. What the hell are you talking about?
And it was a video that was even bad by these snuff film standards, even by video standards, by Eric Garner standards.
You literally sit there and watch the guy for 8 minutes with a knee in his neck, and then he dies like that.
And the guy was arrogantly looking at the camera, like, "What? I don't."
With his hand in his pocket,
dude. Even Coons, like C.J. Pearson, was like, "Yo, this is a bit much." C.J. Pearson was arguing with Candace Owen. And Candace Owen, I think, is demonic. Like, she is so demonic. Like, and some people were like, "Oh, she's just doing it for money. She doesn't believe it." And like, at this point, does it even matter? It
doesn't even matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point.
I don't even care about why she does it anymore because if she doesn't believe it, that's almost worse.
Yeah, she's just sick. She's sickening. She's a sick individual.
Yeah,
she's disgusting behavior.
Yeah. So then she keeps going on, right? And Sandra Bland was recorded, and people got crazy pissed about that. Like the videos help, but this was bad even by video standards. So she does this whole tweet storm. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing because she starts doing her academic babble.
Performative bullshit.
Yeah, talented tent babble, academic battle. Gender narratives, black theorists. She's saying stuff is still working it out, but basically the state acts violently to preclude black folks from white gender. Like, shut up. What are you talking about?
None of that shit matters right now.
Yeah, it is the first response is this. There must be some way to blame black. Like, people are not having it. Everyone was like, what are you even talking about? There are literally protests going on in Louisville right now over her, and like it's just nothing but people like
clowning her,
pissed at her, and even like black women are too. Black women are like, there's a video. Everyone's just saying person to person, like, duh, there's a video. Like you're a professor, but this is what I like. This black woman called Afro Bookworm. She's a activist sister. She's a Sada sister, right? She was like, My problem with posts like these is when I search your handle and her name, I do not see you have mentioned her at all prior to this point. Where were you a few weeks ago when Louisville organizers were circulating an open letter demanding justice? And Afro Bookworm, she's been on it. She's been involved in this protest, like for real, right? And then some other dude did the search, and this is what it looks like, if you can see it. And they didn't have to do the whole search to get every iteration of Breonna Taylor from Professor Crunk. The only thing that she said was to badmouth George Floyd.
Yeah.
That's it. So,
well, you know, she looked like one of the Frederick Douglass hairdo types anyway, big fat
Yeah.
ass. So I'm not even. Nah. I said that.
Nell Carter with the Frederick Douglass.
Big Nell Carter ass, cornbread eating
Yeah, with the Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, but you know what the thing about it is, man, all of that, and I'm sure she got a whole lot of retweets because I'm sure they buy Twitter followers and the troll accounts and all that bullshit, and then the other weirdos like them. But in the real life out here on the streets, that shit don't matter, homie. That shit ain't flying today.
But I'm telling you, it's losing its appeal even on Twitter. I'm telling you, back in the days, in 2014, do you remember when one of them used to get in your replies and your whole week was shot? Like, they would just be never-ending trolls. Like, now they can't keep an outrage campaign going.
Well, part of the reason is everybody's blocked everyone, so
yeah, it's true.
Everybody's blocking everybody. Like, it's just.
And also Trump won, so all those make work freelance jobs that they were counting on pretty much are gone, you know. But yeah, back in the days, I would have gotten 6 figures worth of retweets, and they only got like 3 figures worth of retweets. Consider the size of the platform, but this is what pisses me off about people like her, right? Her platform is so big, God knows why. If she wanted to, she could make Breonna Taylor. She acts like she's somebody with 400 followers. Who's not on TV all the time. Like, why is it not trending? Why does nobody know? At first off, people are talking about it. She's lying. There's been a bunch of protests. There's been so many protests that Breonna Taylor's sister actually went on TV and said, can y'all just stop coming out here because we want to handle it on our own. So Breonna Taylor's sister is actually saying, thanks to everyone for the outpouring support, but, you know, we got this. But he had not a single tweet. You know what I'm saying? And but I feel good that these people are getting pushed out. But Minneapolis protesters said, and I love this, they said, we don't want anybody coming here. If y'all want to help, protest the police in your hometown. And I'm like, that's major, because what they're saying is, we don't want the Ray 2.0 to show up here. We don't want Black Lives Matter 2.0. We don't want people to come here, hop in front of the cameras, protest crash, hop in front of CNN. So now the Ray's doing interviews on CNN and Sky News from the sidelines, and nobody cares because he's not on the ground, and he knows he can't go there. That's why he's on the sidelines.
You know, if he goes to get his ass whooped.
Yeah, you know, another thing happened in Minnesota. Was that Minnesota also where? Which one was that? Where they were protesting outside of the police station, and then a couple of dudes came up there disguised or whatever, and then they ended up shooting a couple people up there. That happened like maybe 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
A couple of white supremacists, they came up there, and so they kept
No, I totally remember. And they had footage of them in the car beforehand.
Yeah,
I totally remember that.
Yeah, they came up there. So it was a similar thing this time around, and they remembered that. See, I love when people learn the lessons from history. That's the problem that a lot of people have. Like, a lot of the problem that I had, I'm gonna just sidetrack a tiny bit. A lot of problem that I have, for example, with like a lot of people in the conscious community and a lot of Pan-Africanists is this they romanticize history, right? And so what ends up happening is, instead of looking at history forensically and seeing what lessons you can learn from it, they look at it in a romantic sense so that we can build some type of self-esteem from the history. You know what I'm saying? History, you shouldn't have to build your self-esteem from history. That should be a byproduct of it, sure. But the primary message of history, to me, as what any successful group would do, is look at it forensically to see what you can learn from it, right? So these people remembered that shit that happened, and they were ready this time, because when those Boogaloo people came up there, they were tracking those guys the whole time, and they immediately jumped on them and got them up out of there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If people don't know, Boogaloo is like a type of Proud Boys type organization, right?
Yeah.
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 You got that article I sent you last night, Mario?
Yeah, I was I had a chance to peep it out last night.
Yeah.
And now there was some confusion about that because people didn't know. They were trying to pretend like they were there in support of the protests or whatnot.
Right.
So it's still kind of unclear what their entire purpose was.
It's almost like they're infiltrators.
Mm-hmm.
They come in saying that they want to stand with the people. And you know, another thing, like if you read in that article, they have their little hand signs, they got flags, everything they do is covert. You know what I'm saying? You don't really know what they're doing.
Everything, even down to the shirts that they were wearing.
Yeah.
I guess it was a thing with the Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah.
That that's also some type of bat signal for those dudes. And
right.
I'll be
damned.
They got packed out and got their rifles taken.
Yeah, they rolled them up out of there.
Oh, really? They got the rifles still?
That's what they were saying.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what they were writing.
They said this. This isn't like other.
Yeah, this is them saying
they said
this.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they said, man, they beat us up.
You know, it's funny.
You're gonna be talking about you want to start a war, and they beat us up and took our rifles. You know, you armed with an AR-15, man. But apparently,
and that stuff used to work, but not anymore. That stuff used to work, man.
They're so fucking. They're so. Remember that time when we used to be heavy on Twitter with the trolls and the race trolls would come on there and try to pretend like they're a black person.
Yeah.
There was one in particular that was trying to act like a black woman, and then we all said, "Get your ass out of here!" We all uncovered it immediately. Those were the days.
Those were the. I ain't gonna lie. That was when Twitter used to be fun, man.
Yeah.
Man.
You
wasn't getting shadow banned and all that shit, man. You could just go in. Get greasy on people. I ain't gonna lie.
It was the Wild West.
Yeah.
Really was. Me, you, Ken, and Mike, man. We used
to get crazy on people. That shit used to be hilarious.
I'll never forget Homeboy with
so
the money,
fun.
man. That shit was so funny. The dude with the money. Remember that kid?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Told me that I was trying
to... wait, the one that was trying to show off that he had money and he's showing the watch.
Right. Yeah.
To give people a background, right? One of the things that we should do to troll white supremacists was we would make them do all these kind of compliance tests, you know, to impress us, right? And they were like, "Yo, what are you trying to impress a bunch of black people for? We're so bad." But we were saying stuff like, "You ain't got money." He goes, "Yeah, I got money." So we're like, "Show us." So he would like pull out, and then somebody he pulled out a knot, and somebody zoomed on it, and it was a bunch of ones.
I remember that shit. I remember that.
So first off, he's trying to stunt to a bunch of black people he's supposed to be superior to. So he's showing us his watch, and we kept making him show everything he got.
He showed that watch probably 3, 4, 5 times. He kept talking about that watch, man.
Yeah. And we're like, man, white people you're not making any money. You're one of those poor whites, right? He's like, "No, I'm not poor white. I'll show you." And then the last thing was that knot. And then somebody zoomed in. It was just all ones. It was that strip club. It was that strip club knot. He was jousting.
And then he was like one of those race IQ people, so we started giving him all kind of little tests. What's this mathematical equation?
Wait, it wasn't even one. I remember now. It was newspaper, I think. He had stripped newspaper.
It was fake. Yeah, it was fake.
Yeah, it was. He pulled out a fake knot, and then I think he deactivated it.
Didn't he have like a Rolex too or something?
Yeah.
He had an old Rolex too, one of them old ones from like 1998. That all the rappers had no diamonds. It was just a Rolex.
It was probably fake too. It was probably fake too.
Oh yeah, you remember them fake Rolexes that used to roll around the hood? Everybody had that fake Rolex.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I had one too.
I had a fake Movado, and that shit was perfect. And then one day, I was eating dinner at a table with a bunch of people after the club. We had a huge, we had a huge late night meal after the nightclub. And there's chicks and everything at the table. We had hooked up, and my friend had a real Movado, right? And then mine had turned green in the bottom, and I'm like, this shit looks so good. What's the chance of anybody seeing under the Movado, right? Because on the top it looked really good. So I was like, fuck it. And 90s Movado was hot. Movado was the thing. So everyone's like, "Yo, T, you got a Movado too?" I was like, "Yeah, And his was real. He goes, "Yo, let me see that." I'm like, "Oh, I'm good." And like, what, you think I'm gonna steal it? So now I'm at the table. Now I'm at the table. And it was like, yo,
you got to almost fight over it now. You got to fight over it now because you can't get caught.
Oh my god!
T is foul, right? It goes. It's like, yo, son, you think homeboy's gonna steal your Movado? He's like, yo, I got my own Movado. Why I gotta steal your shit for? And I'm like, yo, do I just fight to pretend the Movado's real and just lose my friend? You know, because I'm like, yo, there's chicks at the table. So you know, I was like, yo, you know what? Fuck it, man. I've been meaning to talk to you for a while. Like we already had beef. You know, like it wasn't about that. But yo.
Oh, so you
for a while,
you
right?
deflected
the beef on? Oh,
yeah.
You deflected
right? And then I was like, yo, you know what, son? Yo, no, I'll talk to you outside, son. And I went outside and said, yo, listen, this shit is fake.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like me and him alone, I was like, so then like, you know, we came back in, he's like, okay, we squashed it. He was a good dude. He helped me cover it up. He's like, oh yeah, it was a misunderstanding, you know.
I know he wanted to laugh. I know he wanted to laugh so hard.
Yeah, I was like, yo, don't blow up my spot. You know, next night out, I got you for drinks. If he wasn't my boy, I don't know how I would have gotten out of that. You know, I would have.
He had you dead to right. He just had to do it that day too. Like, oh man, let me see.
Right. Conveniently that day.
Yeah, he had me dead to rights, man. If he wasn't my boy, I would have been.
What happened with my story with my fake rollie is see, the problem with the fake rollie is the people who know you ain't got it like that.
Yeah.
I was
you gotta keep it reasonable. That's the reason why I did a Movado. That's the reason why I did a Movado. Because if I did like a rollie, that'd be too much.
Yeah. So my stepdad, he see me one day come to my mom's house because I had moved out of it.
Step away real quick, yo.
Huh?
Step away real quick.
He see me and he looked at it. He just started dying laughing. He didn't have to say anything. He just started dying laughing. Like, Rolex, nigga, get up out of here. So I never heard again after that. I was so embarrassed. He just started laughing. That was enough.
Yeah. You got to keep it plausible because if you don't keep it plausible, like people know. That's why I did a Movado because a Movado was possible. Like, you know, if I did a Rolex, it would have been too much. But because
okay. We were this dude right here.
This Statue of Liberty gold. I did, man. That shit turned green so fast. Like, I got one wear out of it, and the inside turned green. Yeah, but this dude, look at him. This is the most mealy mouth. He was better off saying nothing.
I said earlier today, I said this dude is the king of saying something that sounds real good, but not really saying shit at all. You know what I'm saying? He really did not say anything, man.
Dude, this doesn't even sound good. Like, you know, usually it sounds good. Then you hear it and you're like, wait, that doesn't sound so good after.
Right. It's like this
didn't even pass the original sounds good part. Like,
right.
I saw white women straight up saying, what the fuck is this? Like even white liberal women were like, this is the most, you can't even fucking say black. Like look at this focus group tested shit. It falls on all of us, regardless of our race or station, to work together. This thing, you know what this thing could be? This thing could be a team building manual at work. This could be an orientation packet. Like you wouldn't think this is something that's causing riots and one of the worst human rights violations caught on camera in recent history. Like if you put this out of context, but like picture you show up to your first day of work and there's a diversity training manual section of the orientation. It falls on all of us, regardless of our race or station, to work together to create a new normal in which the legacy of bigotry and unequal treatment no longer infects our institutions or our hearts. You know,
it could be anything. It could be anything. You could be talking about, and you take that and apply it to anything where it might be some bigotry going on. That's the sad part about it, man.
He could release this any day of the year, and it would work because it just looks like, oh, that's a nice green card. You know, that's this is like the boilerplate, you know, in the bottom of somebody's email. You know, like people put an MLK quote or something in the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just smoke. I just, and then I hate it because people are so easily placated by when he comes on and gives these little feathery, vaporous speeches. Man, it's just embarrassing, man. It's just like
I got to arguing with somebody over this quote because I
I
tweeted.
did. Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, and I was like, even now, you're still. And I lost it on this chick. I was like, look, just go to sleep with some Obama erotica and just leave me alone. Just curl up in the bed with some Obama like fanfic, you know, and go deal with yourself. Like if you
put
still
a bottle of
like,
lotion next to you,
yeah. She's like, well, what do you want? You know, what do you want from him? I was like, just shut up. Like, I'm not even gonna answer you seriously if you gotta say that.
What do you want him to do? He had a Republican Congress and House. He couldn't get nothing passed. Well, what about?
She said the exact thing, but he had 60 plus seats when he first got in. Like that's a convenient thing to leave out. He eventually lost the Congress. You know,
that's after they blasted through the Affordable Care Act, and then everything that happened in Congress after that was retribution for that. But he had both houses. He had the House and he had the Senate, and he could have passed anything he wanted to. And then no one ever talks about the Blue Lives Matter bill. No one ever talks about that.
Yeah, you're right. And Charlie Pete, she wrote about that today. She was like, Obama did what he could to protect people, like the guy who killed George Floyd. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And this is a great. Thank you, B. Scott. Thank you, B. Scott. This is what a lot of these half-ass people do, right? They try to make racism sounding something that just happens, like a force of nature. People kind of critique Ta-Nehisi Coates of doing this, but I think he does it sometimes he doesn't. But Obama always, like, I call it racism without racists. Like, there's a bunch of racism out there, but no one wants to point at the racists. Like somehow we can't find any racists, but we can find a bunch of racism. Like, you know, and I call it racism. Yeah, bigotry and unequal treatment no longer infects our institutions or our hearts. That's not an infection. That's something that people choose to fucking do and choose to maintain and benefit from. You know, that's not. There was something else I talked about recently where the person was talking about racism as a bunch of force of nature shit. You know, people gotta chill. People gotta chill with that. That's force of nature. Come on, you're a professor of. You're a law professor and a politician. You know how systems work. You should have a better vocabulary than that white ally shit. Yvette Carnell put it the best. She said that all this time we thought we got a black man who had a white mother, and all this time we really had a white man with a black father. And when she said that, I was like, wow, that's deep. She hit it.
Say that again.
She said,
all this time,
he fooled us into thinking that we got ourselves a black man with a white mother, when in reality, all we had was a white mother with a black man. And sorry, I fucked that up. She said, all this time, she said that he fooled us into thinking that we had a black man who happened to have a white mother, when all this time I really had was a white man who happened to have a black father. And I'm like, she really nailed it. And when you see his childhood pictures, he's all like white friends. He had a big inheritance too. People don't realize he inherited a lot of money, which is not a typical black experience. You know, he
that totally reframes things. Oh, look at it in that context. It was totally. Actually, it makes a lot of other things make sense. You know, I don't want to get too.
Hold on. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but this just came in from somebody in my building. Hold that thought though, please. This is just breaking. That's one reason why I had to take a. This came out my window. Peep this while I was. Just give me a second. Let me pull it up. I have to enlarge it for a second, and damn, hopefully it doesn't crash my computer. Hold on.
My people
just there it goes.
They said they just attacked a police officer in LA and beat his ass.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. This is going outside my window. Let me restart the video so you can see. But they're basically just walking. They're walking up on people and like pushing them back and starting to beat them and stuff. And that's right. So I guess it picked back up again. They started beating people again since I came. Obama inherited this much from his white grandmother. Yeah, 500.
Got a nice got a nice little start in life.
Yep. And that's why he has these holes.
Was that from a life insurance policy? Was that from a life insurance policy, or was that
I think that was straight up money. I think it might be money she just straight up had. Actually, I'm not sure. Does anyone know if it's white? If it's on life insurance? I said white insurance. Is it life insurance or
white insurance? That's a good way to describe it. I mean, it's not like it's a huge difference, but actually, it would make somewhat of a difference because if that was just money they just straight up had saved, that shows that he came from a fairly affluent background. But if it was like some life insurance money,
yeah,
I mean that.
No, I think it was inheritance because I don't think they call. No, I think it was, but somebody in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong. But I think it was.
Revolution said it was stock. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, he had different he had a different story than a lot of us. Let's just put it like that. Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening out there that is just repetitive. So I don't want to talk about all of it. You know what I mean? But there is something that I want to show.
That shit with Hill Harper earlier today.
Oh yeah. I definitely want to talk about that. But what Obama did, right? I want to show this real quick. What Obama did reminds me of this. The newspaper has been doing shit like this a lot. Look at this. Breaking news. Yeah. Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer who pressed his knee into George Floyd's neck while Floyd pleaded that he couldn't breathe. And it's like, just say he killed him. They can't just say Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer who killed George Floyd. They have to just put this thing they reminds me of Obama's thing about like infections and stuff. They have to make a thing act like it's something, but that's still better than a lot of the other stuff that was said. Because some other stuff made it really sound like some kind of natural occurrence. But Hill Harper, remind me of the Hill Harper thing because that was
I guess the police report came, or the report from the county examiner. It came out with saying that they couldn't find any signs of asphyxiation or anything that had to do with cutting off his oxygen supply, but that it might have been some type of pre-existing conditions combined with the officer putting his knee on, combined with potential intoxicants inside of his body. So they're already trying to start some shit, trying to get a narrative going.
And they were cooking it up for a while because if that was, man, this is full of shit. Even if it intoxicants, what's the point of sitting on him for 8 minutes? But this one understand, is it really worth it? Like, they don't think cops are worth that much because they paid him shit. But when they kill someone, they're willing to lose billions of dollars. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, is all this worth it just to not put this cop in jail? Like people
said like he magically died. Yeah, that's
And this is one reason why they always say class and capitalism, getting rid of capitalism and changing material conditions will get rid of a lot of racism, but white supremacists will lose money to keep racism alive. You know what I'm saying? And this is a perfect example. Like if material conditions ruled everything, they would be like, hey, let this guy be a white sacrifice. Just let him go to jail. He's a $36,000 a year civil servant, you know. But no, they will fucking lose billions of dollars. And now across the nation, how much are they losing? Just to drag their feet, you know. So that's why I
want to show you this.
Yeah,
I want to show you this real quick to see. Maybe I'm bugging, but I want you to see the press conference with the DA and see if you could see if he looked disgusted or like he really did not want to do what he was doing.
Oh, can you find it?
Yeah, I got it right here. I'm about to hit play right.
Okay. So
do you see it on the screen yet? I don't want to press play before it pops up on the screen.
Yeah, I see it on the screen. If you hit the enlarge button in the lower right, it'll fill up the whole space too.
Yeah. Oh, got it. Okay, cool. Is that better?
Yeah, but also in the bottom of the screen, like you see under the picture, there's like 5 icons. Hit the one in the far right. Make it full screen. I
did hit that one. It still looks small.
Actually, just play it. We can see it. We got 93 people up in here, man. I think it's like an all-time high. Yo, everybody hit the like button and share with people so that we can start live streaming, because I could have live streamed more from the streets earlier today. I think the volume needs to be a little higher. It's a little low.
Good afternoon. I'm Hennepin County
Attorney
Mike. I'm here to announce that former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin is in custody. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin has been charged by the Hennepin County Attorney's Office with murder and with manslaughter. Questions?
Yes. What charge of murder?
He has been charged with third-degree murder. We are in the process of continuing to review the evidence. There may be subsequent charges later.
All right, just pause it right there. Did that seem like somebody? Is it just me or?
It's sour that he has to do it. Like, fuck, I have to do this shit.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought it was just me that peeped that out, man.
He's just not happy to be doing that at all. We got a lot of people up in here tonight, man. It's probably the most we ever had. How many of y'all got to see what I was going out in the street earlier when I was walking around? Like, that was
a great sour face too. His face describes.
Oh, his face. He sucked the lemon. I think he just sucked the lemon, bro. Is there more to it? His face looks crazy.
All right, you want to finish hearing it? All right.
Yeah. I want to hear more. His face looks nuts.
Failed to share with you. A detailed complaint will be made available to you this afternoon. I didn't want to wait any longer to share the news that he's in custody and has been charged with murder.
What about the other 3 officers involved?
The investigation is ongoing. We felt it appropriate to focus on the most dangerous perpetrator. I must say that this case has moved with extraordinary speed. This
extraordinary speed, my ass.
Conduct, this criminal action took place on Monday evening, May 25th, Memorial Day. I'm speaking to you at 1 o'clock on Friday, May 29th. That's less than 4 days. That's extraordinary. We have never charged a case in that kind of time frame.
Okay.
Yeah. The mayor too. Like the mayor was given some nice. Talk, but
yeah, I don't want to. He's you know, it is what it is with him. He seems like one of those ally types. He's not, you know.
Yeah. People were. It was some nice talk, but when the time came to it, you know, this is what's funny about the mayor, and Obama would do this too. They talk that ally talk, like, yeah, I hear you, I listen. This can't continue. They do that passive language talk instead of active language. But when it's something that they want to get done, they're like, we have to stop this. We're gonna get. And if you didn't know this guy was talking, you would think he wasn't the mayor, like he acts like powerless, like he's an activist, and he's like, we gotta change it so people don't die like this. It's like, well, motherfucker, you're the mayor. If you can't change it, who are you passing it off to? And they're using the ally speak. And what I hate is that a lot of these new school activist types who are always like climbing and angling for jobs, they train these people to talk like that. You know what I mean? They're like Negro whispering consultants, and they like that Elizabeth Warren tweet was like, Elizabeth Warren shows up to listen and make people feel heard. And like, bitch, you're the president. Tell people what you're gonna do for them. Like, like, why are you acting showing up like your job is to show up and listen? Yeah, we see you. They love that shit. And the mayor was doing that type of talk. Like, it sounded good at first because he used to so much worse. And he started realizing, okay, this guy was just coached. But this dude's the mayor. When you remember, someone said the mayor doesn't hold that much. He still holds more power than a freaking white ally. Like regardless, he still holds more power than what he was pretending. Let me see if this is the right video. But remember that Professor Crunk person, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hope this is the right video. Let it be the right person, right? But this person, I don't know what's this guy doing in the chat.
Get this fool. How do you Champagne Shark said go whack all these cops, yo.
It's interesting. I guess that's what happens when you get a lot of people in the chat. So yeah, that guy's out.
Oh, you could get him up out of here?
Yeah, he's blocked. He's blocked. So you know what? That's gonna be the next step. This thing will end up getting taken down for whatever reason. Yeah, but using his sound was a nice touch. Trying to make it sound like Afrocentric. So peep this. This is a quick. I just want to show real quick. Look at this language they've been using.
What is that? What the hell is that?
Yeah, he died after, so it's like it's independent of him being pinned down. After he was pinned down, he died. Like, no, right. He was killed.
Like the cause of death and the death are two totally separate things.
Yeah, exactly. This is a New York Times said. Mr. Floyd died after being handcuffed and pinned to the ground. Like, they put everything in the passive language, instead of like he was handcuffed and pinned and killed or something, or he was just killed. They say he died. It keeps saying he died, not was killed. He died after. George Floyd's family says, okay, look at this. The family of George Floyd, who died after pleading that he couldn't breathe while a police officer held him down with, that for 9/11 saying 2,000 people in the Twin Towers died after planes landed in the building. Like they would never say that with anything else.
Yeah.
They would never say that with anything else. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. But
so how the entire professional taboo on the passive voice in journalism goes out. Let's put that up here. It's so weird how the entire professional taboo on the passive voice in journalism goes out the window when a cop kills someone.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. Man,
it's not funny, but this was a clever. How do bodies work? Do they need oxygen? Guess the courts will decide. Oh man, that's sad.
Oh wait, are you the one putting those up?
Yeah, I just touched it, and I can do it too. Apparently.
Oh, cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
So how the fuck this dude keep getting in here?
No idea. But who knows? Maybe he's actually creating whole new things, which is sad. That's one thing about trolls, man. They be sad. They don't have much going on, so they just will keep doing the same stuff. Like, trolls will make tons and tons of accounts. Like, he'll probably keep popping up, No, we did ban him, but somehow he's probably getting back in, which means he probably has other.
That's probably, is that Ken's ass? Is that Ken?
No.
Hey, is that because I'm like, how the hell is he getting in here again and again? That gotta be Ken.
Nah. I don't think it's Ken. Yeah, it's like I said, they try so hard to look low effort. It's exactly what they do. But yeah, it probably has multiple accounts. But at some dude died because his body don't work.
Yeah.
But yo, peep this real quick. I think it's a good place to end it. But look at this. This is the Brittany Cooper lady. And this is what I'm saying. I don't say how these people have platforms. I hope this is the right clip. I didn't check it first. But talking about her made me remember.
Yes. All day long. Let me hear from you.
My name is Lisa Banks, and I am the only girl in my family. I'm the oldest. So I was born with stress. I lost both of my parents back to back. So you go home to your father's funeral, you deal with preparing for them, repast, then you go back to work. They only give you 3 days. You go back to work, pay bills, take care of your daughter, your household, but you didn't mourn not one parent, but both parents. And then on top of that, you still gotta get up every day and go to work and pay the bills and produce and be that person people think you're supposed to be. You're dying inside, you're stressed inside, you're not taking care of yourself. There's no exercise, there's no meditation. Now, today, I'm getting better. The weight, it's definitely stress. I don't take care of myself as I used to, but I'm praying about it, moving forward and making small changes in my life. But when that video came on, I resonate so much with that.
Let me keep talking so we don't get a copyright strike. I just realized this.
So I actually wanted to hold up a little bit before we do this thing where we start blaming ourselves. Like, I hate when people talk about Black women being obese. I hate it because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We're moving, we're taking care of kids, but our food quality suffers. We are living in the Trump era.
This is where she lost me.
And look, those policies kill our people. You can't get access to good health care, good insurance. The research says that Black women, when we do the same diets as white women, we lose less weight and we lose it slower, even when we're following the diet than our white women counterparts. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
And
I'm exactly like, David Gonzalez.
I'm with you. But I think it's also really
actually, I was going to stop it, but I was like, I don't know. I feel like the women need better solutions than that. Like, I don't know. Like blame it. The Trump thing was very unnecessary. And,
I mean, it wasn't any solutions. That was just excuses. You know, I hate to sound like that, but that was just, that was just all reasons why.
Yeah, I feel like that makes Black women look like they can't get skinny because of Trump's racism. That just seems weird to me. And I felt really bad for what the lady was saying, because I think that lady has a hard life, but Brittany Cooper is like she's not doing all that to make ends meet. She's like a tenured professor or something, like what are you? Yeah, it's like this lady's talking about like real problems, like working all day, having a bunch of kids, having like people die and all this stuff, and I think she was just kind of making excuses for like her own weight as opposed to actually addressing the reason why this lady was having problems. But she also does this, which I find like I don't know, that Trump thing that kind of turned me off. I don't know, it's hard, but I think you have to give people better solutions in the racism under Trump. I thought that was weird. But she does this a lot, which I hate, which is like Black women is this magic Negro shit. Black women are saviors of this country.
50 years ago, they
God damn.
For the downfall of America. Now that white women are single mothers, they're calling it creative family structure. Right? But I'm the product of a single mother. I'm not from a broken home. My home functioned fine. Because look at me now. right?
How you like me now?
And so I'm here to say to you that all
There goes
the
Dyson.
narratives that you get about what is wrong with Black women, I think women are the savior of this country. I think we have more vision than anyone else. We want everybody to win. We want kids to be educated. We want communities to be safe. We want folks to have the families that they need. And so I think when you start to listen to Black women, everybody wins. So I'm actually saying keep on doing what we're doing. And when you get tired, rest, have you a drink, go to church or therapy,
And come to
then go
Essence.
back and fight again. That's
Come to
right.
Essence.
Yeah, I don't like that thing where it's Black women's job to save everybody. Like, no, that's not their job. They shouldn't have to do that. Like, you know.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me go mount. Let me mount somebody up. How do I don't even know how to mount somebody. Let's see.
Yeah, that dude would have to have about at least 6 or 7 different 8, 9 accounts. God damn. Oh, they say it may be a bot. See, I don't even know about all that damn technology. Somebody can make a bot program and they can come in here and just.
That's really lame. Probably trying to get the stream kicked off too, but I was trying to mount. Let me see if I can mount somebody. Hold on. You know what I probably have to do? Hold on. I think I know how to mount somebody, but I have to do it not through StreamYard, but through the actual YouTube studio. But I'll keep talking. I just can't see you in the background. But yeah, I mean, so just ended on something like what do you think is gonna come? What do you think is gonna come next, man? Like what do you see? Because this election is gonna be crazy. I think between COVID-19 and this stuff, it's gonna really. When is the DNC lined up to happen?
Man, I don't know. You know, man, usually past events can be a good indicator of, you know, future things sometimes, man. But we're seeing things that we have never seen before in a lot of ways. And I don't know where the hell things are going to go, to be honest with you, man. Between
I read about
19.
Yeah.
Huh? COVID-19.
I read about 1968.
Mm-hmm.
And 1968 sounds like a year where the most amazing amount of crazy stuff happened in 1 year. Like that stretch with like Martin Luther King, Robert Kennedy, Kent State. This feels kind of like how people describe that to me.
Yeah, I mean, it most certainly does. And maybe I'm just looking at it because I don't have a frame of reference, you know, in my lifetime. But I just, you know, we're just in May, getting ready to go into June. This is half a year. This has been nonstop insanity. Somebody made up a thing to say when Kobe Bryant died, it seemed like the whole world went crazy. Somebody was like, "Who the hell?" You know, and it seems like I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, that's what it is, but it's just one thing after another between COVID and now we're in the summer. It's hot. People gonna be ready to turn up, and I don't know, man. I don't know where we're going with it. You know, between that and then all the people were running to the gun stores when the whole thing was going on, and out here in California, we got a bunch of lawsuits going on because gun stores are holding. It's supposed to be 10 days before you get your go ahead to get your stuff, and they're holding people up like 45 days because so many people bought guns that the system is just bogged down completely. So people are waiting like 45 days in order to get approved to pick up with their gun and all this type of shit. So I don't know, man. It's just strange days, man.
Yeah, man, it's really strange days, and I think I might have figured out how to mount someone. I feel like if what's his name? If Trump wins, there's going to be the Democratic Party is going to fracture something hard. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen after that. Oh, I found out. Here we go. I made iSound Info a moderator, and I made Young Stokely a moderator. So let's see what happens. It looks like you have to go to the actual YouTube page and do it. So now the two of y'all are moderators if that dude comes back. Yeah, but I mean, why would we start getting trolls? I'm thinking, what's the title of this video? Did we give it a title? I think we put George Floyd in the title. That's probably what it is, man. We probably put like, you know, these racists are crazy. Like, that's all they do. Anytime anything bad happens that's got black people feeling bad, they just try to look at an open sore that they can just poke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's fucking
the nature of a troll. And you got to think about it too, man. Like, to troll like that, something's really got to be loose. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I told you I created that troll account just to see if I could do. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it with the tenacity that it takes and the time that you got to devote to sit up there and troll somebody 24/7. I couldn't do it, man.
And he's saying that no, he's a real person. That's even sadder. Like, he's a real person. This is all he does. Yeah. For what Mario's talking about, one time he tried to make a troll account to troll me, Ken, and Mike, and pretend that it was someone else. Like, he tried to make a practical joke on us, and he couldn't keep it up because it just felt like, sad, even for a practical joke. And one time I did that. One time I set up, me and some other people set up a fake account, right? And it was a joke account that was like a fake liberal, and it was. Let's see. Can you make a fake liberal?
What was the name of that liberal?
It was called Hamilton Fan for You or something.
There you go. Yeah.
It was something crazy, and it got hard to do. Like, we needed like multiple people to do it because one person doing it just felt. And then it didn't work because we were trying to kind of troll other liberals with it, but it was so convincingly annoying liberal that we ended up getting like black people and leftists mad because it was so like we mastered the tone deaf voice of a liberal so much that the liberals were actually liking us. Like our trolling wasn't working the liberals, but everyone else, like, leftists and everyone else, they're like, you stupid lib, get out. So we're like, we're actually trolling our own side by accident. We made it, but it was hard to keep up, like keep up like that.
I know I couldn't do it. JG said, yeah, he's been around for a while.
Oh, so you've seen him on other streams, or you mean on this stream? Did you make around a while in general, or just a while around tonight? And we just missed. That's crazy. We actually get famous for being a troll. Like, that's really sad. You actually, it's like they know.
Oh, they said he's a real guy. He's a YouTube personality. Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he has a name up and everything. So what's his problem? I don't get it. What would make him mad? That's weird.
You're asking the question of a rational person. See, that's the thing. You're thinking about it rationally. He's a professional troll, of course. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, more power to him, man. I mean, people gotta have a hobby. I don't
you gotta do to pass the time. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Times are tough, man. You gotta do something.
People at home a lot. You could justify your trolling now. Shit, everybody's at home, so
Yeah. This quarantine stuff, man, makes people. If he was already messed up before the quarantine, who knows what else got him going on? But yeah, I mean, we're at the 2-hour mark anyway. So, he's got 30,000 views. Yeah, that'll get you views, man. If you troll, you'll get views. You will definitely get some views. That's for sure. Some of the trolliest accounts. That's the easiest, fastest way to get popularity and views.
They said he's a digital anarchist. Oh, okay.
I still wonder why this.
Is he what's his shtick? Does he have a shtick? Is it like a right wing thing, left wing thing? Like, what's his whole shtick?
You know what? I don't even want to make it too much of a conversation in here because I feel like it's going to give him the energy he wants. So he's going to be happy we can talking about it. Like, I want to research him outside of here. People just let us know. Oh, wait, somebody said the likes are mad low for a number of folks in here. That's true, man. Before we sign off, we got like 86 folks still left. We were up to 90. There's no reason why we should not have more likes. So please Like, if you haven't followed yet, please follow because that'll help. We'll be able to live stream and stuff like that. Definitely do that. Definitely.
Subscribe, like, share, hit that notification button.
Yeah. So yeah, we have 81 people watching on YouTube. So, and how many likes we have? 58. Yeah, it's not far. So just hit your likes before you go, man. Definitely hit your likes before we go. And since B. Scott said, "Can we get the troll to come in and like the video?" He's probably gave it. He didn't give it a thumbs down. Who knows? Yeah. So that's exactly it. The more you pay attention to him, the worse he gets. That's exactly what. He shares company with Tommy Sotomayor. Yeah, that says.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So have a good night. Hit like before you go. Thanks, Mario, for joining us.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ken, wherever you went. And everybody, be good. And if you're not following, follow. And also, go to patreon.com/Champagne Sharks. Become a member if you're not. And if you like Twitch, check us out on twitch.tv, Champagne Sharks. We simulcast there. And last thing, of course, like, comment, share, subscribe. Especially the share, because we want to get more people knowing about this. So don't make it your own best kept secret. Tell all your friends, tell your moms, it's all good. All right? Be good, everybody.
All right.